What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new here. Hey, hello, my name is Angela and I make videos about law school, lawyer life, and all things in between. As promised, the month of August is going to be all about my 1Ls and my future 1Ls. So now many of you guys will be starting school here in the next week or two, and so I'm going to be making videos all of August to kind of get you guys ready for this law school life, okay? Because it's not for the faint of heart, but with some hard work, dedication, and patience, in the words of my boy Nipsey, you can do this. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 4 tips for your first week in law school. So the first tip is use your planner, okay? And by planner, I don't necessarily mean you have to run out to Target and get the cute planner, although many of us will. I love a good planner, like a physical planner. It could be your calendar app, it could be an app that you download from the app store. Whatever your choice of organization tool for your schedule, you need to have one and you need to actually utilize it. In law school, there's going to be a ton of deadlines, a ton of assignments, a ton of things that you have to do that you need to remember to do so you stay on a good schedule, so you keep up, because law school can be intense. There's going to be a lot of reading assignments. Once you get closer to exam times, there's going to be a lot of studying to do. You're going to have briefs to write, memos to turn in, and so you need some sort of organization tool where you can track what to do, when it's due, when you're going to do it, and put it all in that planner or whatever organizational tool. So this goes for end of semester deadlines, any weekly to do things, and also day-to-day things. So just a pro tip, I personally like to use a to-do list every day. So every day I start with a to-do list of things that I want to accomplish. And one thing I've been working on lately with my to-do list is to make it more manageable and realistic. So I was finding myself putting too many things on the to-do list, so I would get overwhelmed and feel not good and defeated about not checking them off. But when I wrote those things, it wasn't realistic that I can get all those things done. So do a daily to-do list of manageable, realistic goals for you to complete every day. And I think that will be a good motivator because you'll be able to check things off and stay on track. Okay, so the next tip is probably the most important tip in this video, and that is start outlining early. Now, whether you decide to create your own outlines or utilize a borrowed outline or a little bit of both, day 1, lecture 1, you should start thinking about those outlines, whether that's writing them yourself, updating them, supplementing. No matter what path you decide to go with on your outlines, you should be constantly, consistently updating them from the beginning of the semester to set yourself up for success. The worst thing you can do is wait till the end of the semester, start collecting outlines or trying to outline or trying to compile things to study. You should be updating your outline as you go along in class so you can make sure that you're filling them with your lecture notes, and by the time it's time to start studying, that they're completed or substantially complete and you're ready to go for study time. Keeping up with outlining is going to be a difficult task, particularly at first, because this is all new to you. That's why it's important to start early and keep a consistent schedule. Make sure the task of updating your outline is in your planner or calendar app at least bi-weekly, because you need to make sure you're updating it. For most people, it's really hard to update as you go or to outline as you go in class. So you're going to need to spend some of your study time either creating the outline or updating the outline or supplementing it, whatever path you decide to go down. Just make sure you're doing it. The next thing is be prepared for when you get called on in class. As a 1L, particularly in that first semester, professors are likely going to be doing the Socratic method, which we talked about on this channel, also known as cold calling, where you will be randomly called on in class. Now, some professors are pretty nice and they will tell you maybe what week or what day you're up to be called on, but a lot of professors, especially in the first semester, will not tell you and you'll be randomly called on. So in order to save yourself embarrassment, anxiety, whatever it is, those feelings that you might feel when it comes to getting called on randomly, in order to save yourself or help yourself be prepared, make sure that you do the readings for the class and be ready to kind of speak to the readings. It is okay if you don't know the answer. It is okay if you were confused and the readings didn't make sense to you. As long as you can show that you made the effort to read and try to understand the readings, the professor will work with you. It's when they can tell that you haven't read it all, you didn't prepare it all, is where they get upset and will sometimes embarrass you in front of the whole class. I know a lot of you guys might feel anxious about this, but really it's not that bad. After it happens the first time, you get used to it. It might not happen again in that particular class after you do it once. Some people never get called on. And also remember, you're not going to be the only one. This is everybody in the class is fair game. Another thing to ease your mind is usually any sort of cold calling or Socratic method usage by professors is not included in the calculation of your grade. So yes, you should be prepared so you don't embarrass yourself in front of class, but if you get the answer wrong, which in law school there's rarely a right or wrong answer, it's usually a and if, but yes, no, maybe so type thing, it's not going to affect your grade. The last tip is meet and learn from others. Now this message is specifically for my less kind of outgoing, my non-social butterflies, my introverts who kind of like to keep to yourself. This is the time to show a little bit of your personality and put yourself out there a little bit. Now this doesn't mean that you have to roam the halls trying to be everyone's friend, but if you do have the opportunity to meet and connect with people, do take those opportunities. Do try to make connections, even make friends. One thing you'll find is that in law school, a lot of times people do meet lifelong friends and colleagues, and you work with some of these people, and some people even find their forever person. In my law school class, several people ended up getting together, getting married, and having children. So you just never know who you might meet. But in any event, it's very important to connect with other people, particularly the people in your section. You're gonna have classes with these people every day. They're gonna be your study partners. They're gonna share outlines. They're gonna share notes with you. It's really good to have a support system in law school. And I've said this before on this channel, you need one in law school in addition to outside of law school. Also, connecting with 2Ls, 3Ls, your professors, other administrative folks, they can help be a part of your support system. They've been there, done it, have great advice. And so connecting with not only your peers and the people you have classes with, but just people who have been through what you've been in is really, really good, because they can give you some really good guidance and advice on how to maneuver this beast called law school. All right, you guys, so those were my 4 quick tips. I really, really hope you guys have an amazing first semester. If you've made it to the end of the video and you are starting law school either in the fall or spring, comment down below your first day of school and what type of lawyer you want to be, if you know. And if you don't know, it is okay. I know I didn't know when I went to law school. If you guys are not yet following me on Instagram, follow me at _theaspiringboss. On Instagram, I'll leave a link to my Instagram in the description box below. Also, if you haven't joined the Aspiring Lawyers group, join our group on Facebook. I'll leave a link to that so you can join as well. If you have any suggestions for any videos that you might want to see that you may find helpful, leave them in the comment section below. I'll make sure to check that out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.